miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet, for aught I see, there are sick that surfeit with too much, as they that starve with nothing. It is no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the mean. Superfluity comes sooner by white hairs, but competency lives longer.
Good sentences and well pronounced.
They would be better if well followed.
If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. It is a good divine to follow his own instructions. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done than be one of those 20s to follow my own teaching. But this reasoning is not in the right fashion to choose me a husband. Oh me, the word choose! I would neither choose whom I would nor refuse whom I would dislike. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Isn't it hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspirations. Therefore, the lottery that he had devised in these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, Brah who chooses his meaning chooses you, will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but by one who shall rightly love.
I pray thee. I pray thee, overlay. And as thou namest them, I will describe them. And according to my description, level at my affection.
First, there's the Neapolitan prince.
Aye, that's a colt indeed. For he doth nothing but talk of his horse, and he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts that he can shew him himself. How much of fear my lady, his mother, played false with a smith.
Then, there's the county palatine.
He does nothing but frown. As who should say, if you cannot have me, choose. He hears many tales and smiles now. I would rather have been married to a deadhead with a bone in his mouth than to any of these. God, defend me from these two.
How say you? By the French Lord, Monsieur Le Bon.
God made him, and therefore let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but why he hath a horse better than the Neapolitans, a better bad habit of frowning than the county palatine. He is every man in no man. If he would despise me, I would let him go, for if he loves me to madness, I shall never requite him.
What say you then to Falconbridge, the young Baron of England?
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me nor I him. He is a proper man's picture. But alas, who can converse with a dumb show? How oddly he's suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round horse in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
How like you, the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Very wily in the morning when he's sober. Most wily in the afternoon when he's drunk. When he's best, he's a little worse than a man. And when he's worse, he's a little better than a beast.
If he should choose to offer and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will. If you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for the fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket. For if the devil be within and the temptation without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything. Nerissa, ere I get married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the having any of these lords. They have acquainted me with their determinations, which is indeed to return to their homes and to trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's imposition, depending on the casket.
I'm so glad that these parson of wars are so reasonable, for there is not one amongst them but I dote on his very absence, and I pray that God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, In your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar and a soldier that came hither in company of Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, it was Bassanio. As I think. So was he called?
True, madam. He, of all the men that ever my foolish eyes looked upon, was the best deserving of fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. How now? What news?
The 5 strangers seek for you, madam, to take their leave, and there is a foreigner come from 6. The Prince of Morocco brings word the prince's master will be here tonight.
If I could bid the 6th a welcome with a heart so good that I could bid the other 5 farewell, I should be glad of his approach. While we shut the doors upon one wooer,